All right, let's dive in a little bit to the psychology of sales, how to persuade and influence customers. First off, don't call them a customer. They're clients, right?
Insurance dudes are on a mission to escape being handcuffed by our agencies.
How? By uncovering the secrets to creating a predictable, consistent, and profitable agency sales machine.
I am Craig Pretzinger.
I am Jason Feldman.
We are agents.
We are insurance dudes.
That's number one. I should have put that in the title, but for this conversation, it's actually good because now we know, don't call them customers, call them clients. Well, first off, it's about them, not your product, right? So number one, connect with them. I know we talk about this all the time. I just talked about it on the last one, but it's about them. What is going on with them? Find out more. Find out more before you start blabbering about all the bells and whistles on your policy, because who cares? You know what? Here's something that's funny. I don't know if you've ever had a client that you've kind of told, hey, we have these 10 things on a policy, and 7 of them they don't even care about. But now that you mention those other 7 things, well, can I get it at a discount if you pull off those 7 things? Like, if you would have known exactly the 3 out of 10 things that they wanted, and you focused more on the benefits and moving them away from the pain of that, then they wouldn't even have known that, and they would have loved your solution at almost any price, right? Because that is tailored to them. But you didn't do the due diligence of getting to know them, and you started blabbering about all these other things, and it confused them. And it just, I don't even want those things, right? So it's really all about them. Know what the heck their problem is. Okay, number 2, compelling stories. The insurance is so boring, okay? It's basically a law book. And so it's numbers and it's law. Like for me, in my brain, it's seriously the worst, okay? It's like something even when I'm getting insurance on something that we don't provide, or maybe we provide it, but I'm not eligible. We'll get into that later. But like, I kind of don't want to hear all the crap, right? So how do we keep someone's attention when there's all these rules, there's numbers, there's these laws, blah, blah, blah. It's by telling stories, relatable stories, stories on how this actually works, stories on what they're avoiding. Connect your solution to them, to what they are. You're a connector. That's all you are. You're connecting your solution to their problem, and you're putting the pieces together. Remember Doc Brown when on Back to the Future when they were doing the power and they're going down the street and they're connecting, and all of a sudden the electricity races through the line, and all of a sudden the car has enough energy to go back to the future. Anyways, same concept. That's what you're doing. You're connecting. You got to connect what their pains and their problems and what they're going through or what they need to your solution. That's what's actually going on. So number 3, I'll tell you this, is that people are more motivated by fear. So scare the crap out of them. No, I'm just joking. So what you want to do is talk about what to avoid, right? Like these are all the things that could happen. Like, here's a tip on how to avoid this. Here's a tip on how to avoid this. This on the policy is really just worthless. So like, unless you have this problem, you don't need to, like, give them like actual advice and tell them on what to avoid, because people are more motivated by fear. Okay. And because of that motivation is how we can avoid the price problem that your insurance policy is more expensive. The only time insurance being more expensive is a real problem is when we haven't conveyed the benefits or the well, I guess the fear as well of what they're trying to avoid. Like when we're actually solving a problem, the price becomes more and more irrelevant, okay? And number 4 is tell others success stories. So now we scare the crap out of them, right? But like, tell the success stories. How did your clients avoid? And tell them in story form. Let's put it all together. Tell them in story form. Connect it to maybe a situation that they had been through. You know what I mean? Dude, if you had a couple really good clients, ask them, hey, would you mind if every once in a while I had somebody shoot you an email or something, and then maybe you can tell them about the experience, blah, blah, blah. Like, that could work as well. But like, talk about actual stories so that they can see it, and they'll be 10 times more motivated to purchase with you. So that's a few tips on the psychology of sales and how to persuade and influence instead of just beating them down with whatever the heck you're trying to sell and selling them benefits. Like the last thing you want to do is push something down someone's throat. That's why everybody hates sales. But like, help influence, persuade them, have a good conversation at the same time, and educate, right? That is how you do it. That is how you dominate at sales. Your agency is going to crush it this year. I know it. Take these tips and take them to the bank.